the NYXUS podcast, guys. Tonight, 9 p.m., not our usual hour, but we have a special guest, Recker EANS. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
It's
you for
uh,
having me.
it's awesome to have you. We discovered Amanda discovered Recker on TikTok.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, let's introduce you. Recker Ian, 13-year-old independent artist, drummer, producer, guitar bassist, and Emmy nominated actor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
All right. Did I miss anything? I feel like I'm introducing somebody from Game of Thrones with their very long title.
No, I don't think you missed anything, but I'm starting to sing now, so eventually you'll hear me sing on my own stuff.
Oh, there we go. So soon we're gonna have to add another, and you're gonna
Oh
have
yeah.
your wiki page is gonna be filled just with titles of everything that you're doing and accomplishing. Like already so young at 13 years old. What's the first instrument that you started playing?
So I started playing drums when I was 5 years old, and then my parents were like, "Oh, he can play." So then they took me to this place called School of Rock, where I took lessons there, and I then my drum instructor was playing First Fridays. It's like the thing in downtown Phoenix. Like you can just set up. There's art. There's like a bunch of stuff going on, food trucks, and my instructor was playing there. So I went to go like support him, and I was like, okay, this is sick. This is like what I want to do. So then I set up there, and I've been playing at First Fridays like ever since. It's been amazing. I love that place.
And that's where you're bringing your drums right now, and you're playing along with tracks, right? Because you
Yes.
he is the one that you're gonna hear later in the songs. He plays the guitar, he plays the bass, he plays the drums. So he's very accomplished. But if he could play the three instruments at the same time, I mean, you would be out of this world. And you're already like
Well, I appreciate that.
incredible. Other than music, I know you're doing a bunch of stuff.
Hmm.
School mainly. Uh,
Yes.
what else are you occupying your time with?
I'm doing acting. I love playing golf. I actually have a tea time tomorrow with my producer. But yeah, I just love being a kid also, and acting is definitely a big part of it too. Everything's shut down in Hollywood right now, so there's no like thing going on, but sooner or later things will start to come. So it's acting is really fun.
I'm not. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable in front of the camera, so acting would never have been my thing. Um, but it's really cool. I mean, you've acted already. You've done. What was it with Jimmy Fallon?
The
It
Kids
was
Tonight Show.
the Kids Tonight Show.
Yes.
How old were you?
I think I was like 11 or 10 when I got the job, and then it was like my birthday, like when we were in shoot. So I think I was like 11 or 12, somewhere around there area.
That's really cool. How long did you guys do that for? What were you doing on the show for people that haven't ever seen the show? What,
Okay, so yeah. So I auditioned for it for like 2 years. Like the audition took so long. And then they were like, all right, you got the job. Let's fly you out to New York for like 2 months and shoot this. And I was like, okay. So they flew me out to New York. We shot with Jimmy for like 2 months. We basically lived there. It was awesome. And yeah, it's like the kids version of the Tonight Show. So we interview like kid kid stars like Kristen Bell from Frozen, and like um what's another good one though? Oh, Matthew McConaughey, like a bunch of different like stars, and we interviewed them and just played games with them, and it was awesome. It didn't feel like work at all, so it was really fun.
that's so cool. Mechanic A is in the house. That's awesome. I'm so jealous. I mean, isn't it cool to see like the future of music is already in very good hands, and
Well, I
Mechanic A
appreciate that.
Mechanic A loves to come during the lives and have fun with the guests. So go ahead if you have questions for Wrecker, go ahead and ask them. Um, Fun question: what would be your favorite flavor of ice cream?
we would like really like. Um, I also love like cookies and cream, and then I just like if I'm at the house, like we just vanilla ice cream all day. Like that's it. I like it. It depends, but mostly bubblegum and cotton candy.
Good choices. Good choices. As I'm as I'm getting older and older, I'm starting to like the more neutral flavors. It's like too much sugar. So go ahead,
Oh yeah.
enjoy it as much as you can while you can. Who's your inspiration? Like what who's the musician that sparked everything for you? Who's the drummer? Cuz
So when I was like, I think I was like 3 or 2. No, I was like 4 or something, and I was on my dad's shoulders playing with straws, and I was at a Bless the Fall concert on Warp Tour, and that was like kind of the moment where like my parents knew I was like, okay, we think he's gonna be a musician. But like there's a lot of drummers that do inspire me, like Travis Barker, Jay Weinberg, John Bonham, like a bunch of those guys. They're just super inspiring, and they push me to like become better as a drummer and musician. And bands wise, with me like writing music, um, like Bring Me the Horizon, Don Broco, Nothing Nowhere, Juice World, Jaden, Taylor Swift. I know that's like very random, but I'm such
all
a
right.
Swiftie. But she's just an incredible songwriter, and just honestly, every genre inspires me because
Yeah.
they all like match up in some way. So they're every music is just great in general.
Well, it's cool that you have parents that are backing you up. I think
Oh
I
yeah,
heard either mom and dad. I heard a whisper over there. So hi,
yeah.
mom or
It
dad.
was probably my mom. She's like right there.
Hey, Southern Ritual. Uh, that's Manda, Southern Ritual. That's who found you on TikTok for me and
Oh,
messaged you. So there you go.
awesome.
She says I'm such a big fan. Mechanic Kate says I wish I could play like Travis. Recker, if I'm not mistaken, you've met Travis before.
I have twice. So that was kind of crazy. Like, so I was at Musinc Festival, and my dad's like best friend Vic, he's a tattoo artist, and he got us like tickets or something. We were there, and he was good friends with this guy named John Reese, and he used to do festivals. I don't think he does them anymore, but um, then he like we started becoming friends with him, and then he was like, "You want to go meet Travis Barker?" I was like, "Yeah," and then I was like 7, I think. So I went back to his trailer, and it was like him and like all of his like family, and it was just crazy. I met him, like got a couple pictures with him, like played on his drum pad, got some sticks, and then I played at back to the beach festival in like 2018, and Blink 182 was playing there, and I went backstage, and Travis Barker was walking past me, and what I think it was like her his manager or something like that, but she was like, "You want to go meet him?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I walked over, and then I didn't even say anything. He walked up to me. He was like, "Wrecker, I remember you." And then like we just like it was sick. He's such a nice guy. He's such a big inspiration for me.
That is Southern Rituals. Manda says that's crazy. It is. It is. You know, when you get to meet your heroes, when you get to meet the guys, the people that inspire you, it's always, especially to get to meet them and they are such like legitimate good people.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's good, you know. Mechanic K says awesome. All right, big questions because I've been looking at your list. Who have you been playing shows with? Like, who have you been collaborating with? Because
So my first song dropped. It was called Dreamer, and that was with Futuristic. Then I had my second song drop, which was the Chosen One featuring Dropout Kings. Then my third one, which was Cut Your Losses with Jason Defoe, and then the new one is with Sorry X. And most of those people I've like played shows with, and with the Futuristic one, I've like been a fan of his for a while. And I met him at a show, and like Van Buren, we were like, all right, we need to like get this guy on the song, like let's talk to him. So then we talked to him for a while. He was like, yeah, like shoot the song over, we'll do something. And then he was like, all right, next day come to my house, we're gonna record it. So then we recorded it, whole thing. It was super sick. And then there was a Riot Night show with the Dropout Kings, and they opened up for me, and then we were like talking. They were like, we're in town for like 2 weeks, so let's do something. So me and my producer that night, like, we're in the studio writing that song, and it was just so sick. And then the next morning they come in and track vocals. So yeah, I can't really spoil the next people I'm collaborating with, but that's a secret. And
Hmm.
then sooner or later, it's gonna be me on the whole song.
That's I can't wait to hear that. Like that's just gonna complete the whole song.
Yeah,
I want to shout out mom and dad for believing in you, for pushing you to do what you wanted to do, and also for making those connections.
oh
I
yeah,
I
they're
can
they're great, very supportive.
I cannot say how important enough in the music world it is to make those connections, uh,
Definitely.
to talk to people, and you're doing a great job. But I know that you have some good parents behind you helping you out. So good job, mom and dad.
Thanks, mom, dad.
Yay!
So Amanda says kid's a freaking genius.
Mm,
I mean, it started at the, I think you said what, 5 when you started playing
5, yeah.
drums? So there's only one way and it's up. You're only 13. So, like, flashback, like, if we go flash forward 10 years, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what you're doing.
I know. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what I'm doing too.
What advice would you give to other kids that are just starting, or and even adults? I mean, everybody uh, could take advice from another musician. I think the knowledge is just, you're always going to learn something in the industry.
Yeah. I would say the best advice I could give would be authentic, be yourself. And I know it sounds cliche, but it is very true, because when you be yourself, people will follow you and people will resonate with you because you're being truthful. Like, you're not trying to, like, oh, I need to become famous. I need to, like, make this hit. Like, no, you're doing it because you love it. You're doing it because you want it. And if you want it, people are going to follow you, and it's going to be a journey, and it takes a long time. And so you just have to keep with it, like, just never give up.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's your process when you're creating? Do you start with a guitar riff? Do you start with a drum?
Yeah, so I don't really start with drums. Like, drums is like the last thing I do. I either start with a voice memo or a guitar riff, and I record it into the voice memos, and then I go to the studio. I'm like, all right, Shay, I have this thing. Let's see if we can do something with it. So we lay it down, figure it out, and then we just kind of build it off from there, and then, like, record it. And we're like, oh, that's sick. Let me record it in here just in case, like, if I need to leave early and we can't figure it out or remember it. And then it just kind of builds off of there, and we build off ideas. And then sometimes we, like, sit there for like 30 minutes. We'll watch YouTube for a second. We'll be like, oh, I have an idea. And then, like, it's just it all just brainstorms, and it's really cool how the process, like, turns out. And then, like, by the end of the song, you're like, wow, we did that. That's sick.
It's incredible. How long does it take for you to build everything? How long does it take from the start to the end, let's say, of the creation process?
So it depends, because, like, when I have school or not, like, if I can fit in my studio time and stuff. But, like, when I record the song, it takes, like, when I'm actually in the studio, sometimes, like, if I'm, like, know what I want for the whole entire song, I'll get it done that studio time in, like, 4 hours or 6 hours. Because sometimes when I go on, like, winter break for school, I'll have, like, 3 weeks off. So I'll take that time, and I call it, like, a camp, like,
Okay.
songwriting camp. So then I'll take that time and do, like, 6 hours a day and write a song, and I'll get, like, two or a song done in a day. So it depends on, like, how much time you have. But, like, normally, because right now I'm not on break, 2-3 days.
Very good. But still, that's, with your school, with your obligations, with being a kid too. You know what I mean? You still need to be a kid.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I have a 13-year-old stepdaughter that is playing drums at school. Well, we have a drum set for
Well,
her
that's
here.
awesome.
she's playing band, and she picked up the guitar today and said, "Do you think you could show me? I know the basis of guitar. I mean, I know one song, really. not,
Mm.
not a big guitar player, but you know." And I was like, "Absolutely." And there's YouTube. What advice would you give to her?
Just, like, use what you have, like if you have that guitar, try to like just mess around, like see if you like change tunings, like find something weird that you can do, or look something up, like figure stuff out. And then like I also like to do, like, if I'll play a note, I'll start to like hum over it and find a different melody, and then try to play that melody on that guitar, and then find, like, it just keeps building up. So just mess around and see what comes, because like when I was at the Kids Tonight Show, Questlove gave me good advice, and from the Roots, and he was like, if you just like lock yourself in your room and like do nothing and be bored, creative thoughts will start flowing, and then you'll just be like, ooh, what if I like did this? Like, just stuff will happen. So just let it happen naturally. That's what I would say.
That's pretty cool advice. You talked about your second song, which was The Chosen One with
Yes.
Dropout Kings. Let's take a few minutes and let the people that are here right now. Mechanic K said, "Very wise for your age. I'm impressed." He is. He
Thank
is.
you.
I've watched other interview, and I've watched you on your TikTok, and you're like, what they call it, the X Factor. You have it all. Like,
I
seriously, like,
appreciate that. Thank you.
we're big fans. So let me set
Thank
up
you.
this and let's watch the video. Guys, this is Recker EANS. He is amazing. 13-year-old. Let's call him a sensation, because I don't think this is just the beginning, guys. He's gonna be everywhere, I'm pretty sure.
I got a bounty on my head, they wanna take me out. I got a pocket full of glitches, circuits shorting out. They say the truth will set you free, but freedom's everything you pay for. Sacrificing time just to stay alive and waste more. The reaper coming, it's spooky season on the block, and you know seasons change, but I'm still gunning off of the top. They say I'll never make it, just let them know I'll never stop until they kill me. My heart don't do no sentimental drops, bitch. It's taking its toll. Chosen one, but did you think you was the only one? We going back to the basics. We are so high, we in stasis. Feel like some radicals cages. Back to back, we gotta lay 'em flatter than a blackjack. Got the scope better, we'll attach that. See the ops, so we track that. Never backtrack, just attack that. Got the stick in the hands now, like a back of the Ichigo Bankai. In a flashback, on a flashback, get the cash back. Heavy metal half blade, half Mad Max. It's taking its toll. Leave me out in the cold.
Good job, Mechanic A. We're cleaning up our language. Thank you very much.
I saw
uh,
that.
I mean, it's incredible. How was it to work with these guys?
It was awesome. They're such nice guys. And they work very well. They're very professional, and it was awesome. Like we did the thing, and they were like, "What can we do like to promote it? Like let's like shoot ideas." Like they're awesome guys, and I'd love to do something again with them.
I, that would be amazing for sure. That's the video that got you really like out there. That's the song that.
Yes.
Where was it? TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. He has like 9.6 million views or something. Like just something clicked. Like yeah, my dad posted it, and then I went to school and I came back and he was like, we were just like watching TV and he checked TikTok and it was like 200,000 views and he was like, what's going on? And then I went to lessons, came back and it was like 1 million. We were like, what? And then the next morning, 3 million. And then it was just like kept going up. We were like, when is this going to stop? And then, like, then we checked like Spotify streams going. It was awesome. It was great. But
I
something just happened with that one.
I bet it was. I mean, you have something. You have an aura. You have an energy about you, and we could feel it when you're playing the drums. We could feel it when you're just talking. There's a good energy about you. There's a joy, and we can see that this is what you like doing. This is your
Oh,
passion.
yeah.
Is
I love this.
absolutely. I love it. What gives you inspiration? Like, where do you find those like those double kicks are just beautiful.
Thank
We
you.
love them. I cannot play drums. I have no coordination at all. So for me, that is really impressive.
Well, I appreciate that. I find my inspiration just like I always like pretend I'm playing in front of arenas and like I'm always like dreaming about things and all that stuff and I find my inspiration when I'm like chill. Like I was in Philadelphia in the Poconos, like middle of the forest like couple months ago and just like decompressing just gets me inspired, like being in the yeah, just like I love listening to like moody songs. So when I listen to moody songs, it's very inspiring to me. Like it just gets me motivated or something. I don't know, but and honestly anything.
Who can we find on your playlist?
Um you can find Bad Omens, Bring Me the Horizon, 50 Cent. um uh who else is on my playlist? I have like The Weeknd on there, Justin Bieber. There's like a whole mix of stuff. I call it my sick playlist.
Amanda has the same thing. We're driving in the car, and all of a sudden it's country, and then you
Yeah.
pop on, and then after that it's like an old song, like 70s, 80s music. So
Oh
uh,
yeah.
I understand the whole all over the place playlist. How do you describe your music?
I describe my music as genre wise, I'd say like pop, rock, pop punk, metal, that kind of area. Um I describe my music as like super hype, but then you also get those songs where they're like chill, just kind of like a mix of everything. So when you're feeling angry or like super excited, listen to the chosen one. Or if you're feeling like a little moody, listen to the new one, Betrayed. Like it's a whole vibe, like just I like to write my music for people to relate to. So if somebody relates to it, that makes me feel good because I want the music to resonate, I don't want to just like brag about myself in my music or do something that's people can't relate to because that's not inspiring. That doesn't fill up emotions when you listen to music because that's what music is about, listen feeling emotions and feeling like oh, I have somebody to talk to even though I'm not even talking to them. They're just singing to me, or I have a way to decompress or I have a way to get excited, you know? Just it's a whole mood.
Like, take that, take this as a big compliment to be so young and to have understood this already. Um, a lot of these guys in the comment will be like, yeah, yeah, I get you, Mel, I get you. Nightfall Band, great, great, great band. Melodic symphonic metal,
Ooh, that's sick.
really good. To be so young, but to have such a clear view on what you want to do is incredible. I know. JT from Six Scars. This is so amazing. Keep it up, bud.
Appreciate it.
He is incredible, guys. For people joining us right now, this is Recker EANS, 13-year-old independent artist, drummer, producer, and much, much more. Plays guitar, plays bass. Like I said earlier, he's got his title from Game of Thrones. It is
This is
very long. He is like Khaleesi. Uh, yes, prodigy. There we go. I knew somebody would come up with the right term. See? Thank you, Nightfall. Thank you, Keith. Um, what's the best piece of advice another musician gave you?
The Questlove one was a big one where he said, like, if you become bored, creative thoughts will come to you. Trying to think of another good one. That's like the best one I can think of right now.
All right, that's
Something will
cool.
come to me later.
If you
I
could
agree.
build your own tour lineup,
Like me on tour with a bunch of people, or like a show that I go to.
you on tour with, let's say, 4 other bands, who are we going to see?
Oh my gosh, that's a
Okay.
good question. Um, you might like. I'm gonna pick a couple different genres here. It might be weird, but like, let's do Bad Omens, uh, Jaden. Then we're gonna go Post Malone
Okay.
and hmm, Don Broco.
All right. All right.
Yes, Don Broco is amazing.
That's a cool tour. That's a cool show.
Just
It's nice to have different genres. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Fun question. If you had a superpower, if you were a superhero, what would your power be?
um, I'd probably read minds, even though it can be like bad sometimes. But I'd probably read minds so I can see what other people think, or like if I'm doing a test, I could read the smart kid's mind, and then like just like get an A. Um, I could also like if I'm like pissing off my parents, I can like read their mind and see what's like ticking them off, and then like fix it. My
Or
mom's
maybe
like,
stop it before it happens.
exactly.
You know,
Um,
you
I
hear
could
that
also,
voice. If you don't stop, oh no, I better stop now. I think that
yeah.
that would be awesome in a lot of situations, actually.
Oh yeah, like especially like writing music, like if somebody has like a good lyric idea but they're embarrassed to share it, I could be like, I like what you're thinking, and they're like, what? Like, say it. Like just like I know what you're thinking, like something cool, or I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you could use it, but I think that'd be like my favorite.
So you'd like to be able to read people's minds.
Yeah.
Somebody else gave me that answer, and I asked them this question: would you like to be able to choose when you can read people's mind, or would it be all the time? Because all the time would be exhausting. Like you go outside
Exactly.
and you
If
can
you
hear
hear
everybody.
so much, yeah, exactly. You'd hear so much things. I'd probably choose if I could, because if you're walking around in public, you're gonna hear so many things. It's gonna hurt.
You might not
And
want to hear either what people are
exactly,
thinking. So,
I'd choose.
JT says you have such an old soul to be so young. Bright future, my friend.
Appreciate
Um,
it.
Absolutely. We were so impressed when we found Amanda found Wrecker, and she was like, look at look at this guy. And I was like, wow. So, seriously, like, when he accepted the invitation, when you answered, just when you answered, we were, you know, we started our journey in January. So, we're
Oh
pretty
wow.
new too. We're a lot of indie bands, a lot of, um, but then we get excited every time somebody answers and says yes. It's
Well, that's
just,
awesome.
we want to support you guys. We want to try to help as much as we can, whatever
I
help we
appreciate
can
that.
do. You know,
Yeah.
if we can reach one or two people and help you get one or two more people listening to you, we're happy. It's success for me. Let's see. Do you have any sponsors that you'd like to shout out?
um, SJC is amazing. The like one of the best drum companies ever. They're just such like a family. Zildjian is amazing. I actually need new cymbals. I cracked one of my cymbals recording drums. Um, Vans, I love their clothes. It's amazing. And Groove Gear is amazing. Um, Inner Ears is a big one. I just got my new molds because my ears are growing. Um, yeah, just honestly, everybody is just so sweet, and there's just yeah, it's like it's a family. It's not like a business.
It's a lot of support. Like, I see
Definitely,
that you
yeah,
have a lot of support around. And like I said earlier, like, the support of parents is very important. Let your kid dream. Let your kid do what they want to
yeah.
do. It's
And also,
either,
sorry,
no, go ahead.
London Drumsticks is a big one too.
Yes,
They're
yes.
great.
It's hard to remember everything,
Yeah.
right? Um, Mechanic A wants to know, is Recker your real name? If so, bravo, parents, great name.
Yes, it is my real name. My full name is Recker Ale EANS. That's my full name. But like the funny story, my mom, what was it? Like you were sleeping or something, and then you instantly just woke up and screamed Recker. Recker is his name. It was like it's just like super random. That's kind of how it started.
Well, Mom is off camera. Mom, did you dream the name when you just woke up and just first thing you said?
Yeah, I kind of dreamed the name, but he was very busy while I was carrying him, so he was always kicking. So I was like, he's a wrecker in the womb.
There we go.
So he's a wrecker out in the world now.
He's still kicking and punching.
Yes.
He was getting ready already. Like, there's
Exactly.
that's
He's gotta
why.
be-
Amanda says mom's a rock star. Absolutely. Absolutely. JT
Thanks.
says that's amazing. Guys, if you have questions, go ahead. It's weird for me. I'm always kind of like weirded out to be like interviewing younger because I'm so used to interview like people around my age, people
Yeah.
older. So it's like, oh, back in your childhood. You are in your childhood. So,
Yes.
I'm trying to twist the questions a little bit and try to. So, guys, help. Come on. I'm sure you have questions for him. He is very Emmy nominated actor. Let's go there because you said that acting, you like acting. So, Emmy nominated actor for.
Okay, so I finished filming the Kids Tonight Show and we flew back to where I live, Arizona, and we got a call from them and they were like, the Kids Tonight Show just got nominated for an Emmy, and we were like, what? And so we were freaking out. So we were like, we got a suit. Funny story. So flash forward. We were at the Emmys, and I was in like the area where like everybody just like hangs out, and I was like walking around, just like saying hi to people or whatever. And then I was talking to this one kid. He did like an animation cartoon for this voiceover thing. He's like super cool. And his mom was like, "Where'd you get that suit?" Like this, she said this like Dolce Gabbana or like super expensive company or something. She's like, "That suit looks awesome," and I was like, "My mom got it off of Amazon." It's like it was like an Amazon suit, like nothing special, but we got it like seem altered. Um, but yeah, it was awesome. Like we flew out to LA and like pulled up in a limo. It was super sick. Like And then the red carpet was just amazing, like all the cameras and interviews. It was a dream. It was so sick.
How is it to be like, in the public eye, like because a lot of people, I'm sure, are trying to talk to you. I've seen a lot of articles about you. I've seen uh, how does it feel? Are you cool with that? Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm super cool with it. Sometimes people take it a little too far when I'm at school. Like, people are like, they think I'm like the biggest star in the world, so they're like all like on me and stuff, and like want to be my friends just because I'm famous, like or whatever. So it's it's pretty dumb, but like in the real world, it's awesome. I love it.
It is. It's gonna happen even as you're growing up, and as an adult. You got to be careful with the people around you, the energy, your gut feeling, and your mom.
Yeah.
The moms have that sense. Like, I'm still listening to my mom today when she tells me, I don't know how I
Oh
feel
yeah.
about this. It's like
That
they just
mama
know.
bear.
Absolutely. They just know. Nightfall wants to know, what's the one song you come back to whenever you need to reset?
Um, drumming wise and like yeah, drumming wise would probably be "Song for the Dead" by Queens of the Stone Age. That song is just like makes me like want to play drums like right now. Like if I listen to that song is like just so sick. Mentally, I'd probably say, oh my gosh, that's hard.
Take your
Mom.
time.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Lights by Nothing Nowhere is such a good song. It's like so super moody and like if we're on like a road trip or something, I'll like play it and like replay it. It's just like super like just chill and sick.
That's awesome. Let's see. Uh, let's bring you into my own the NYXUS podcast Disney movie where I'm the evil queen, and I'm gonna put a curse on you.
Okay.
From now, for the rest of your life, you can only listen to one song.
Okay.
What are you listening to?
A song that I can listen to over and over.
I know it's a bad Disney movie. I'm sorry. They haven't picked it up either. They don't want to record it.
Oh my gosh. It's just um no, I wouldn't pick Taylor Swift cuz like it's just that girly voice would get annoying after a while. It's a good like just like repetitive, annoying. Um mm, oh, it'd probably be Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah, I do play Bring Me the Horizon a lot. I'd probably Shadow Moses by Bring Me the Horizon. That song just gets me hype. I'd probably listen to that.
Pretty cool song. I mean, so far nobody's said the same song, so we're gonna make a huge playlist. There we go, Melanie the Evil. Um, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I always have to ask the question. Mechanic K said you could have the best catchphrase. You better recognize.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm going to use that from now on. Thank you.
There you go, Mechanic A. You have just created a line for Recker. That is
You better
an,
recognize. Oh
that
my-
is awesome.
That's awesome.
That really is. All right, guys, let's take a little break and listen to Recker's latest single that features Sorry X, right?
Yep.
How'd you get to meet Sorry X?
So it was actually at a riot night, like, whoa, long time ago, and I talked to her. She was like such a great person, and started talking about music, and then I played like a couple shows with her because like her drummer was out of town or whatever, and then I was like, I wrote the song, not thinking anything of it, and then I was like listening to it. I was like, she would sound like really cool. So I messaged her and she was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And it took like, oh my gosh, how long did it take for her to get in the studio? It took so long. But we got her in and we did the track and it sounded so good. She has such an amazing voice.
She really
Um,
does.
yeah, and we did the track and it came out to what you're about to play. It's sick.
Sometimes the timing is hard, right? Between artists, like so much thing to do, school, jobs.
Yes.
Most artists are holding down jobs and going to school, so the timing is hard sometimes, but it's oh so worth it to wait. Um,
Definitely.
so Shadow Moses getting some love. Great BMTH track. All right,
Yes.
so well, let's give a listen to Bree Trade so you guys can see. Sorry X is really good.
Yes.
She has a one of a kind voice. I mean, she
Oh,
is.
definitely.
It's a really good song. So here you go,
I
guys.
appreciate it.
Enjoy it. We'll be back really soon.
Betrayed, been down that road, know how that goes. We're not the same. You spread your lies, then run and hide. And now I'm set off, 'cause I heard you talking non-stop before I walked in, and I have something to say. Trying to cut me down, I'll go harder. Try to slow me now, I'll go farther. You don't have what it takes to live my life every day. So say it to my face again, my space. I like to think that you mean well. Lately it's been hard to tell. The act you fake is hard to sell. Setting off alarm bells. You can always change your story, 'cause the truth is oh so boring. Wish you came without warning. Left me when the rain is pouring. Trying to cut me down, I'll go harder. Try to slow me now, I'll go farther. You don't have what it takes to live my life every day. So say it to my face again, my space. Take a shape, take a seat. Tear me down when I'm drowning. I'll be the one to show you love. It's only 'cause you're hurting. Take a shape, take a seat. Tear me down when I'm drowning. I'll be the one to show you love. It's only 'cause you're hurting. Try to cut me down, I'll go harder. Try to slow me now, I'll go farther. You don't have what it takes to live my life every day. So say it to my face again, my
And we're back. Yes, yes, Mechanic A. Love it. Great job. Amanda says so good. Um, I saw some clips of that video and how you were filming it. Like there's a pool
Yes, the
with
behind the
water.
scenes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
How was that? How was the experience?
So I was nervous that it was gonna be super cold. But I got in and it was pretty warm. It was super fun. The like I felt like I was in Stranger Things. I think the behind the scenes video has me doing some Stranger Things something. But yeah, it was like in this thing, and then the filmer was like up here shooting like down here. It was pretty sick. And then we did this like fish tank and had this black backdrop behind us. We were in the garage the whole entire time. We shot this in a garage. And then I would like duck my head under the water and just scream. And then we rented the studio out in like downtown Phoenix or something. And we like it was like this huge studio, and then they had this LED screen behind it, and we used that and did like a raining effect, lightning and stuff. And then we just did like silhouettes and made it dark. It was super sick. The process was super fun.
It's so cool to see like that you're giving us like behind the scenes, because it is a fun process. It is
Oh
you know
yeah.
Nightfall. If you have a chance, go check it out. It's on YouTube. Their song's called Starfall. There's dragons and everything in the sky. Like, I'm telling you, it's worth it.
That's sick.
I fell in love with their video. A good video production is always eye catching. Is always, even if it's just a lyric video, if you
Yeah,
put a bit of time, a bit of effort behind it, uh, you know, people like something, they'll keep their attention. Uh,
definitely. Yeah.
Music is very important. It spreads messages, it spreads love, and it's important for sure. So let's see.
Yes.
Social media. Where's the best places to find you?
Um, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, um, basically everywhere. But streaming wise, you can find me on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, all the different streaming platforms, YouTube Music, and under Recker EANS. And all my social media platforms are under Recker EANS or just Recker. And my TikTok is Wrecking Ball. It's a little different, but yeah.
It's a good name. It's a good name. That one was a good one. Just like Mechanic Ace said, you better recognize. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's some good ones for sure. Do you have some merch? Like, if we want to support you, where can we get your merch?
I have a website. It's called Record. Is it recordeans.com? Or is it okay? Yeah,
We're working on putting the merch back.
recordeans.com, and I have like shirts, stickers and stuff. We're working on getting some more merch like hoodies, beanies, hats, shorts, bunch of different stuff, but that's coming soon. But right now we have like a bunch of shirts and all that stuff.
Awesome. What's the best way we can support you? What can we do to support you as fans, as listeners?
I'd say stream my song as much as you can, share the song, show your friends, show your family. Go see me live. Like if I'm playing somewhere close to you, or if you're coming in town, just try to come see me live. It's a fun show, very interactive, like the live drum DJ said, like you were saying earlier. It's super fun, and yeah, if you can stream my song all night, give me a bunch of streams.
There we go. And when the merch is up, get some merch, guys.
Oh
Um,
yes.
I mean, it is a cool set. I unfortunately am in North Carolina, so maybe I'll catch you when you start touring.
Oh yeah.
Um, come down in the south so we can catch a show for sure. But you guys can look on TikTok. He puts a bunch of videos. You can see a
Yes.
bunch of stuff, and there's so many kids on TikTok. We found you, and I also found another kid that's been screaming, and he does like a lot of motionless in white, and he's been
Oh, I
singing
think I
with
know.
Chris.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. He's popped up on my For You page a couple of times. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that would be an incredible collaboration. You two kids together. I mean,
Maybe.
never know. Like you got some plans, and we don't know what they are. So when you get to play in front of the audience, where does your mind go? Like, do you just get in the moment and just play your drums,
Oh
or?
yeah. So, um, I like it doesn't really matter how many people are out there. If there's 10 or 10,000, like I play for I play my heart out. And sometimes like I'll know the set super well where I'll just like zone out and I don't even remember playing the song. I'm like, wait, I'm already on this song. Like I don't even remember playing the last one. Like I'll just like zone out. Then I'll like sing to the crowd, get really into it. But yeah, like the weirdest thing that's happened to me is like I'll like be like 2 songs in and I don't even remember like playing those songs. It's crazy.
You're just in the zone. You're doing
Oh
what you like
yeah.
to do. You're giving your energy to the people that are there to see you, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful to hear you say that. No matter if there's like 5 people, 3 people, or 100 people, you'll give them your energy.
Exactly.
I think the fans deserve that. And like it was Sage and Stone I was talking to last weekend, and they told me the same thing. Um, and they're you know and they were saying like it doesn't matter, you never know who's going to be there, you never know whose
Yeah.
life you can change. So
Exactly. Well, you do. Yeah, exactly. You don't know who's going to be there. There was this story I heard. I don't know who I heard it from or when. It was like a long time ago. And this guy, he was at like this club or something, like just something super small. And he was playing piano, like jazz piano, like very talented, awesome. And this guy walks in, like kind of like in disguise and stuff, just watching the guy. And then the guy finishes set, and he walks up to him and takes his like stuff off, and it's Elton John. And he like looks at the guy and he's like, "You're great. Like I want to like introduce you to my record label. Like you're it." And it was like this crazy story. I don't remember where I heard it, but like you never know what's gonna happen, you know. And it's meant like whatever happens, it's meant to be. So
exactly, and everything happens in due time. uh,
yes,
for some people it happens quick, for some people you work a little harder for it, but if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm a
oh
firm
yeah.
believer in that. Before you go up on stage, is there something that you do like at every show? Like, is there like a ritual that you do?
With my band, we had this ritual. I don't remember it, but we did something. That was like a long time ago. But when I do my shows, I was playing Back to the Beach, walking out to like 20,000 people, and that's when we made it up. It's me, my mom, and my dad. And we all do like this huddle thing, and then we're like, we effing got this, but we actually say the word. Like I'm like, we haven't got this, we haven't got this, and then like run on stage, you know. It just like gets me like adrenaline going and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, no worries, mom and dad. We usually drop the F bomb over here on the regular. But I decided to try to clean up my language. I've been doing good, guys. 53 minutes. I haven't dropped it yet. I've been I've been practicing at other shows, and I there's one I like. I messed up at 58 minutes. So I'm really trying here.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm trying to be a good host. Whoever just joined us, guys, Recker Ian's 13-year-old prodigy, as they said in the chat. You are very impressive. Very impressive.
I appreciate
Uh,
that.
I mean, keep going. It is amazing to see somebody that has your talent, somebody that has just the composure you have right now to have a full-on interview. I would have never could have done that at 13. I I couldn't have done that probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So seriously, um, mom and dad, thank you very much for supporting your kid. Um, I think there's a lot to learn here from other parents. It's important. Just let them try. What's the worst part?
Yeah, you know,
Exactly.
just support them in what they love to do, you know. And then
Exactly.
if something clicks, something clicks. If then go to something else, you know. Never stop trying.
Absolutely. There's plenty of time to figure it out, and it's never too late to figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Nightfall said, Keith said, I have 3 kids. We cuss in this house too. It's natural and it's normal. I think that if you try to hide it from your kids, it's when your kids want to act out the most. It's when your kids want to, if you normalize it, then it's not cool.
Yeah.
It's just part of life. If you're using it at the right place, don't just swear to swear. But if you had a reason to swear, I mean, it is what it is.
Exactly.
At the end of every episode, I usually have the NYXUS question. I'm gonna have to switch it up this time because my next question is like, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give to like your younger self? I I think you're doing great. I don't think you need to go back in time and tell yourself nothing. Just keep doing what you're doing. So let's switch it up tonight, guys. What would be success for you? Like in the future. Like let's say 10 years. Like when you're in your 20s. What do you want?
Success for me would be, first of all, I'd want to be happy. Like if I'm happy, that means I'm doing what is right and I'm successful. Um, but I'd love to just, I'd love to have the world hear my music and hear my story and hear what I have to say. And I'd love to travel the world and play shows, and I'd love to be in movies. Um, yeah, just like be happy and do what I love and be busy, cuz like I love to be busy. If I have a day where I'm super busy, I get super excited. I'm like, "All right, we have this, let's do it." And like it's awesome. And then you have those chill days where you just sit on the couch and watch a show all day.
And those days are important too, right?
Oh yeah,
Like it's good to stay busy and to do what you got to do, but you need those days to relax. And
definitely.
like Mechanic K, for sure, he's been giving himself good advice already. That exactly, better advice that I even give myself sometimes. Maybe I should take more advice from Recker. I think yeah. So, well, Records, thank you so much again for taking the invitation. I could keep
I
talking to
appreciate
you
it.
all night long, but I'm not going to do that because it's
Just
Friday night. You've had school all week, so you just want to probably just be a kid and, or maybe go jam, so whatever you want to do.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to a football game with a bunch of my friends after this, so
That's
I'll
amazing.
have some fun.
Like, it's important. Keep having fun. Like,
Yeah, appreciate it.
give
Well,
yourself sometimes to from the mouth of babes. Exactly. Give yourself sometimes to give it to be a kid. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
your career is already like way beyond what most of us could dream of.
well
Mom
I
and Dad,
appreciate it.
thank you so much for giving him all the encouragement and letting him be part of the podcast tonight and sitting in with us. We
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Any last words for everybody that's listening to you right now?
Um, I'd say, do what you love, never stop, cause it's the journey that counts. Be authentic. If you love it, people will join you with that, and just do it.
Well, Amanda said, have fun, little dude. Nightfall says, great things to come from you. Um, Mechanic K, keep going. I'm rooting for you. Make sure you follow him, guys. This NYXUS podcast and the incredible prodigy, Recker EANS. Make sure
I
you give him a
appreciate it.
follow. Good night, guys.